What is up, boys? FudgeGaming here, and welcome to my second episode of my Specialist Guide series. And today we're going to be covering Outrider, which is one of 4 specialist characters that is automatically unlocked. Her specialist weapon is the Sparrow, and her ability is Vision Pulse. So without further ado, let's get into the Sparrow. The Sparrow is a compound bow that fires bolts with increasing range the longer it is drawn, and also enemies explode on impact. And I'm just going to start by saying that I haven't got any good gameplay with the Sparrow because I feel that it is very difficult to use. I know some of you may disagree with me, but it is just my personal opinion. But despite this, there are a few decent things that I like about the Sparrow. Firstly, I like the fact that it instantly kills the enemy if the arrow touches them, as well as the fact that the arrow also explodes if you fail to hit them. This means that you might still kill them if you miss them with the initial arrow. The weapon is made to fire at reasonably long distances, so I wouldn't recommend using it inside a building. Also because there is a high chance of killing yourself if you fire it too close to you. But like I've said, there are a few downsides to the Sparrow. And firstly, whenever I used it, I felt like I died a lot when trying to pull the bow back. And if you use this, you'll find yourself wanting to pull it back all the way to get the maximum range. And when you're in this position, you are very vulnerable to pretty much all kinds of attacks. And I also think that there isn't really any point using the Sparrow because weapons like the Tempest are very similar in how they are used, but I feel that they are much better. And this is the reason why I rarely use the Sparrow in Black Ops 3. And anyway, let's get into the charge times for the Sparrow. The charge time without overclock is 4 minutes 30 seconds and the points needed is 1130. But with overclock, the charge time is 3 minutes and 23 seconds and the points needed is only 850. Bear in mind that these charge times are for team deathmatch and free-for-all. Overall, the Sparrow isn't an awful specialist weapon, but I just feel like there are better weapons that you can use, and because of this, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. So anyway, let's move on into Vision Pulse. And what the Vision Pulse does is that it allows you to pulse the surrounding area to reveal all enemies within range, and it also allows you to see them through walls. And I'm going to start by saying that the Vision Pulse is a very useful specialist ability in pretty much any game mode, but it can be used much more effectively in Search and Destroy to pick out people that are camping. I would recommend using the Vision Pulse before going into combat and not during, because there is a high chance that you can die just after using it and you could end up wasting it. But there are a few negatives with the Vision Pulse. Firstly, when you use it, you are showing your position on the map to pretty much all of your enemies, so you may be able to see them through the walls, but they'll have a pretty good idea of where you are as well. And also, the enemy will be aware that they've been tagged by a Vision Pulse, so they may try either running away from you until the effect has worn off, or they can come and kill you because they know that you are the one who tagged them. Anyway, let's move into the charge times for the Vision Pulse. The charge time without overclock is 4 minutes and the points needed is 1000, but with overclock the charge time is only 3 minutes and the points needed is only 750. I feel like the Vision Pulse is a commonly used specialist and it can be very helpful in combat, so because of this I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. And anyway guys, this was my guide to the Outrider specialist of Black Ops 3. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video.